Welcome to lesson number 7, module 1 of the Apache Spark and Scala course. So in this particular lesson, we will be looking at some of the common use cases of Spark. Now before we proceed, let's have a look at the previous lesson. So in the last lesson, we have learned about the limitations of traditional systems. We have introduced Spark and a little bit of history and key features. So in this particular lesson, we will be looking at the Spark use cases specifically on event detection for computing, machine learning, and streaming data. Now, one of the key use cases of Spark is event detection. A set of libraries called Spark Streaming allows the capture of events in real time, analysis, and business decision making, all without wasting much time. Now, institutions like financial institutions, security organization, and health organization use triggers to detect the potential risk. An example of this will be a real-time alert system which was developed in Japan. So in Japan, it is very common to have earthquakes. Japan is a country which is known for earthquake. However, it poses a danger also. How can you inform people about earthquakes that are about to happen or already happening? Now, a system which was developed using Spark collects all the tweets in real time about earthquakes happening, and then filter these results and send emails and alerts to people warning them about nearby earthquakes. And the system even beats the Japanese government in predicting and alerting earthquakes to everybody. The next use case of Spark is analysis of fog computing. Now, when you're having massive amount of distributed data and you need speed in analyzing this data, then Spark is your best choice. Spark helps organizations to create a new product and model. And you can also create revenue streams using data. Spark is also very useful in decentralized data processing. That means you can decouple the entire system using Spark. And Apache Spark could therefore potentially be the catalyst required to have fog computing take off and to prepare organization for the Internet of Things. Another key area in which Spark finds its application is machine learning. We already have frameworks such as Apache Mahout, which can do machine learning for us. But when you are using frameworks such as Apache Mahout, they require a platform such as Hadoop. And since Hadoop is very slow, analyzing huge amount of data using machine learning libraries will become very slow. Spark provides a rich set of libraries called MLlib, which allows people to explore machine learning algorithm. The different types of algorithms such as collaborative filtering, k-means clustering, all can be done using Spark MLlib. Now, MLlib is a general purpose library providing algorithms for most use cases, while at the same time allowing the community to build upon and extend it for specialized use cases. Maybe the most used application of Spark is streaming data. Traditionally, the streaming data analysis was done using Apache Storm. Now, Apache Storm is still in the market. However, it is getting largely replaced by Spark Streaming. Spark Streaming makes it easy to build scalable, fault-tolerant streaming applications. And it is fault-tolerant by default. Now, using streaming data, you can analyze thousands and millions of data streams in real time and make critical decisions. Now, some of the examples of real-time use cases for Spark Streaming is website monitoring, network monitoring, fraud detection, web clicks, advertising, and Internet of Things. So to wrap up, in this particular lesson, we have learned about the few use cases of Spark, such as event detection, for computing, machine learning, and streaming data. That's all for this lesson.
If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to raise a support ticket. Thank you.